there's no way he get demolished. But for what he's doing, as long as they keep getting YouTubers and keep putting them in there with MMA guys,
Yes.
that's kind of over the hill, he's gonna continue to shine. It's so crazy. I remember just a while back, his brother was like, "Oh, I didn't get paid. It was just like I said before." He's going to keep his name out there. As long as he attaches his name to mine, he's going to keep.
Floyd Mayweather has shared his thoughts on the problems with the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson fight, despite their 31-year age difference. Jake is scheduled to fight Mike on July 20th in a summertime match that is officially recognized as a sanctioned professional fight, with Tyson's return to the ring after such a lengthy hiatus. There are understandable uncertainties about his physical condition and preparedness to compete at a high level. Some observers have expressed apprehension about the potential risks involved in Tyson participating in a professional bout at his age, and with his extended period away from active competition. In response to these concerns, Jake Paul has asserted that Tyson was the one who initiated the idea of having a professional fight against him. Paul claimed that Tyson personally reached out to members of his team to propose the bout, indicating his willingness and desire to engage in a sanctioned match. Jake Paul recently said on his YouTube channel, "They are just going to say he's old and you disrespected him and all that. But I just want to make it clear Mike Tyson was the one who wanted it to be a pro fight. Mike got into training camp and called up people on my team and we're like, let's do a pro fight. Is Jake down?" Netflix was like let's make it a pro fight. We're down. According to Paul, Tyson's involvement in training camp and his proactive efforts to arrange the fight demonstrated his genuine interest in facing Paul in a professional setting. Paul emphasized that he made sure to communicate to Tyson's team that he was fully committed to treating the fight as a serious competition, with no intention of holding back or treating it as anything less than a war. Paul's insistence on Tyson being the one to make the decision to proceed with a professional bout underscores his respect for Tyson's autonomy and agency in the matter. By ensuring that Tyson was fully aware of the stakes and implications of the fight, Paul aimed to uphold the integrity of the competition and honor Tyson's legacy as a boxing legend. Jake further added, "And I said to MVP co-owner Nicky Sabadia, if that's what Mike wants, that's fine. But make sure you tell Mike that there's no holding back. Whatever happens, happens. And this is war now. And if Mike's okay with that, then I'm okay with that. But I want Mike to be the one making this decision." Despite any criticism or controversy surrounding the decision to sanction the bout, Paul made it clear that he was prepared to approach the fight with most seriousness and determination. He reiterated his commitment to putting forth his best effort and competing at the highest level regardless of the outcome or public opinion. He added, "I'm going in there, and now it's a pro fight. It's on my record. I'm going to put him down. And if people are pissed about it, then watch soccer." Ben Shalom, a prominent boxing promoter, has voiced strong opposition to the prospect of Mike Tyson stepping into the ring for a professional bout against Jake Paul. Particularly given Tyson's age, Shalom believes that allowing a 58-year-old to compete in a sanctioned professional boxing match would not only be inappropriate, but also detrimental to the integrity of the sport. Shalom said having a 58-year-old in a professional boxing fight is clearly not professional, and that's where the line has to be drawn for these fights. In Shalom's view, while exhibition matches and entertainment-oriented events may have their place in the boxing world, sanctioning a professional fight involving a fighter of Tyson's age crosses a critical line. He argues that such a decision would effectively transform the bout into a circus act, undermining the credibility and legitimacy of professional boxing. He added, "It's okay for entertainment, but for me it's a major step too far to make the bout professional. It is a circus act. You couldn't get anything more ridiculous." Shalom's concerns reflect broader apprehensions within the boxing community about the potential risks and implications of allowing older fighters to compete at the highest level. While Tyson's status as a legendary figure in the sport undoubtedly adds intrigue to the matchup, Shalom contends that the inherent dangers associated with professional boxing necessitate stricter standards and safeguards. Shalom added, "When you think about the dedication that fighters put into their professional craft, you don't want that to then be taken the piss out of when they try to take each other's heads off. There are then a lot of medical risks for an older fighter." Tyson, by drawing attention to the age disparity between Tyson and his younger opponent, Shalom underscores the ethical and practical considerations at stake in sanctioning the bout. He asserts that while entertainment value may be a priority for some, the primary concern should be ensuring the safety and well-being of the athletes involved. Notably, Shalom isn't the lone vigilant onlooker. Here there's talk that if Paul lands a blow to Tyson's head, he could be in danger of a brain hemorrhage. Furthermore, Tyson might end up grappling with heart issues due to a radical shift in his training routine, which could spell grave health complications for the baddest man on the planet. Stephen Hughes, a senior lecturer in medicine at Anglia Ruskin University, emphasized in an article for The Conversation that due to Mike Tyson's age and history of alcoholism recovery, he is more susceptible to experiencing a subdural hematoma, a type of brain bleeding. Hughes said in older people the brain tends to lose volume. This lengthens the bridging veins and makes them more vulnerable to rupture. Bleeding from these torn veins causes a collection of blood that presses on the brain. This causes confusion, loss of consciousness, neurological disability, and in some cases death. Apart from the health implications, there's a faction that views Tyson squaring off against Paul as a blemish on his storied career and his standing within the boxing world, particularly given the lengthy 19-year hiatus between matches. Richard Raker, a British boxer, has also expressed deep concern in an interview with Topport. React conveyed his apprehensions, emphasizing the potential dangers associated with Tyson's return to professional competition. According to React, poor allowing Tyson to compete at his age poses significant risks both to Tyson himself and to the integrity of the sport of boxing. He lamented the idea of seeing a legendary figure like Tyson put in harm's way, suggesting that Tyson's time as a competitive athlete has come to an end. He said, "Mike is definitely in danger, and I think it is sad to see. As a boxing fan, I fight, and I don't want to see a fellow boxer at that age at 58. I just think he has had his time." React post sentiments echo those of many boxing enthusiasts who view Tyson with reverence and admiration for his accomplishments in the sport. To witness Tyson potentially face defeat at the hands of a YouTube personality like Jake Paul would, in React post view, tarnish the legacy of a boxing icon and diminish the sport's reputation. React Poor added, "I think Mike is done and should stay that way, but people will do what they want to do at the end of the day. I feel like it is just dangerous, and the idea of a YouTube boxer beating Mike Tyson is not a nice feeling for me." Moreover, React underscored the inherent danger of a matchup between Tyson and Paul, highlighting the physical and psychological risks involved. As a fellow boxer, React Poor expressed empathy for Tyson and urged caution in allowing him to return to professional boxing. He further added he could have that on his record, and it is not nice as a boxing fan because we see Mike Tyson as a legend. Ultimately, React's comments serve as a poignant reminder of the profound impact Tyson has had on the sport of boxing and the importance of safeguarding his legacy. As discussions surrounding the Tyson-Paul bout continue, voices like Raker provide valuable perspective on the ethical and practical considerations at stake. Meanwhile, ESPN's Stephen A. Smith has voiced his strong disapproval of the upcoming professional boxing match between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. In an impassioned statement, Smith expressed his sadness and disgust at the prospect of the bout, citing concerns over the age and experience of both fighters. "I'm saddened by it. I'm disgusted by it. I don't like you one bit." Smith began by acknowledging Mike Tyson's legendary status in the sport of boxing, recognizing his years of greatness that have endeared him to fans worldwide. However, he emphasized Tyson's age, highlighting the fact that he is 57 years old and has not competed in a sanctioned professional bout in over 2 decades. Turning his attention to Jake Paul, Smith criticized the YouTuber-turned-boxer for his lack of credible opponents in his professional boxing career thus far. He pointed out that Paul's most notable opponent to date has been Tommy Fury, who is not considered to be among the top-tier fighters in the sport.